What image do you see? You see a hot balloon or a hot air balloon. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. All the images pretty much we have seen thus far from dev blogs. How you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be diving into the latest from the Rust Console Edition devblog 38. Now this devblog is packed with a lot of new information. We have got the price that's confirmed, or whether or not you have to pay, that is confirmed, as well as a hint / Easter egg to a potential transportation system within this game, as well as the content creator program and new gameplay clips for us to feast our eyes on. So without further ado, let's get into it. We start off with this. We're back with April's devblog. We've been hard at work on a native version of Rust Console Edition, and they're basically talking about now they're going to refer to it as the new gen version. I'll say new gen, it's technically the current gen, but for argument's sake we'll just call it the new gen version. They start off by saying game development takes time, and whilst we're not ready to announce a release date or confirm the final list of features, rest assured that once we have solid details, you'll be the first to know. We've been fully transparent throughout the process, and that won't change. If things seem quiet, it just means the team is fully focused on making this new gen version the best it can be. Good things take time, and we truly appreciate your patience. So in the first paragraph, they talk about it's not quite ready to be released, or in terms of announcing a release date or confirming the final list of features. Now this could either be the roadmap, or it could be the things that are actually coming to the game already. Now if you feast your eyes back to like a couple months ago now, I think it was January, we had that devblog saying a roadmap is in the works, but they're obviously not can share at this moment in time. So we've had the knowledge of a roadmap will be coming and that they've been working on it. So in my opinion, the roadmap must be nearly done. It just depends on how long and the ironing out of details for the final result of what the roadmap is going to look like. In my opinion, I take this as that they are testing all the things that will come to the game at the jump on the release day. They also go on to say that they've been fully transparent throughout this process. I would say they've been fully transparent to an extent. I think they've been as transparent as maybe they could have been, because in my opinion, there's been a lot of unanswered questions, and I would argue that they've been fully transparent. They've left us like on a cliff with a lot of questions, and they've obviously had filler questions without any talks of why they've got these questions and not ones of the price. And with this devblog, we had to wait a month to get the answers we're about to get, and it would be nice if we were able to get answers midway through the month saying, we hear what you guys are saying, it will come at XYZ date, or it will be coming soon. So here we go, jumping into the devblog, the upgrade path. Do I have to buy Rust Console Edition again to play the new gen version? Cutting all the bullshit aside, no, you don't. When the native version of PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S version of the Rust Console Edition launches, current players will receive a free upgrade. The upgrade will match the version of the game you already own. So for example's sakes, if you own the deluxe version, you will get the deluxe version of the new gen version. And now, can I say, this is great. This is unbelievable news, because they could have easily slapped a price tag on it, and there's pros and cons as to having a price. At the end of the day, it's a business, it's a game, they need to make money. Do they make enough money off the skins? I'm not too sure. However, you know, GTA 6 and plenty of other games have put on, wait, did I just say, I just said GTA 6, fucking hell. GTA 5 slapped a price tag on, you know, the newest game. So Double 11 could have easily followed suit, because it's not out of the ordinary for that to happen. However, they've chosen to basically give back to the players and have a free upgrade. And this is great. It's like I always said, in my opinion, I think there'll be a price. However, if there isn't a price and you expect there to be one, you'll feel a lot better if it was to be free. And it's free and you feel great. So thank you, Double 11. This is probably the best sort of route they could have taken, because at the end of the day, it does seem a bit shady that we've had a game that isn't fully made and working, in my opinion. Like the graphics, the optimization, it just wasn't great. And to then ask especially new gen users to already pay for another game does take a piss a bit. So I'm very, very happy that we're getting the free upgrade. They go on to highlight, if you're wondering what happens if you want to upgrade from base to deluxe or ultimate, we are working on something and we'll share more close to the release. Just know that this is being taken into consideration. And for new players picking up Rust Console Edition for the first time, the new gen version will be sold at a full price, which we will reveal at a later date when we get closer to the release. So basically when they release the price for the game, you know we're very close to the release. Development update. Work on the new gen version of the Rust Console Edition is going really well. Everything is on track and the game is coming together nicely. We've been sharing short clips over on our Twitter and Instagram page, and the response from you has been incredible. Seriously, we love to see the support and we appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, the images have been good. The clips have been alright. I think we need more at this point now, because we've gone through the phase of, let's say, phase 1 of the Q&As, and a huge talking point that has been talked on within this dev blog or touched upon. We now need more than what we've had. So we need gameplay clips, even if it's just walking around looking up at the fucking sun or the water. Just gameplay clips of you walking around the environment with different guns or melee weapons, anything like that. I mean, when you really think about it, the Rust Console community is very easy to please. So we're getting hyped over these little clips, which to others may be like, what the fuck are they getting excited for? To us, we're like, wow, this is great. On the visual side of things, this version is a huge step up. Graphics are looking sharper, performance is smoother, but the team is still working hard on adding even more visual improvements and optimizing everything under the hood. These changes might not always be flashy, but they are key to delivering the best possible experience. We're hoping to share a new gameplay video soon so you can see the progress for yourself. It might be ready next month, but if not, it won't be much longer. Stay tuned for updates. In my opinion, I think it will be, because they've got to drop something big for their 4-year anniversary. Now, we thought we were getting a trailer. This may well could be a trailer, because at the end of the day, they don't really need to sell the game again. They already have a trailer for the game. Would it make sense to make a trailer for the new gen version of the game? Of course, for the new influx of players that will evidently come when they see the graphics and see the performance is really, really good and a lot better than what we have currently. I'm banking on that it will drop in May. Whether the gameplay video will be whatever it is, whether it be a trailer or just, again, walking around the environment, that I'm not so sure about. We've also noticed a lot of you asking how skins will look in the new gen version. I can put my hand up. I've been an advocate of wanting to see the skins in game. So they go on to say, especially in combat. Great question. To give you a better idea, we've prepared 2 short videos showing the Chronomix skin set in action. Check these out below. I'll have the clips in the background for you. And let me just say, the graphics look so goddamn good. Just, it doesn't do justice, the screen recording that I have, because on my screen, especially the resolution of my monitor, it looks so crisp. It is pretty much PC. And one thing to also note, look at the background, or look in the distance of how far you can actually see, and I'm hoping we can see players a lot easier than we have been. And also, if we flip over to the next clip, this is of someone shooting the AK, and by the looks of it, they have never touched an AK in their life. However, it doesn't look as if that's the new recoil, so we still have the old backwards AS recoil that we've had since the jump of Rust Console Edition. Again, just look how good the graphics are. I think this is going to be a banging new game, especially in terms of the looks and aesthetics. They are doing a great job so far. What's also key to note is that they've said here, while part of the team continues building the new gen version, the rest is focused on the next update for the current edition of the game. These updates will bring some new variants of the donut map, bug fixes, improvements to community servers. This is actually some really nice insight, because I thought the whole team would have to jump back onto where all the glitches were happening with the game and the lag and everything like that. But it's nice to see that the team is very much split, and new gen version will be having progress around the clock, whilst also some of the team looking at the current version of the game and trying to improve that the best way they can. Before I go into the next paragraph, I did ask Pedro this question. Just regarding the PTB, do Double 11 plan to release this at the same time as the main branch? And with the new content on launch of the game, will that be in the PTB or the main branch off the jump? Now, he did say he was working on a dev blog, and I'm guessing this might be what he was talking about. Now, for those wondering about a PTB version for the new gen edition, yes, there will be one, Whether it goes live right at launch or a bit later is still being decided. The current plan is to release it when it is ready to test the first post-launch content update. If that changes, we'll be sure to keep you in the loop. Now, something that is very much relevant to have this as a key bit here is what they've said here, the first post-launch content update. So they've confirmed that we're getting updates off the jump of the game. We'll get some new content updates when the game comes out. So we'll get stuff off the jump of the game in the main branch, and then it will transfer over to the PTB for the first post-launch content update. And the last bit is talking about the content creators program. This is basically everything we already know, something I've gone for and a lot of other people have gone for as well. They've also put in bold early access to dev blogs, patch notes, direct line of communication with the dev team. Something I'd absolutely love to have is direct communication with the dev team, and seeing what they have to be or put up with in terms of the challenges of making a game from not just from scratch but porting the game itself, challenges they face and what's easy and what's not. And also it's really cool to see that they've highlighted dedicated Discord server for members. That would be great. If I was picked, it would just be amazing to see other like-minded content creators talk with them, bounce off each other with ideas for videos and stuff about the game and how it can improve. That would be really good to see. Now, before I end the video, where it says content creators program, what image do you see? You see a hot balloon or a hot air balloon. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. All the images pretty much we have seen thus far from dev blogs have been from Rust Console. And I can't really understand why they would use a hot air balloon from PC. And if we look at the other, I'll try and put up screenshots or of what the other images that they've put up for the next gen version of the game. It's very much the same. It's got that tint look. That, in my opinion, is Rust Console Next Gen basically hinting / confirming something that will come on release of the game. Not confirmed, however, it's a hot air balloon. They've put it in a dev blog. That's something I think is going to come to the game, which is awesome to see. Once they put that into the game, they can gauge whether they can then, in terms of how fast paced they can do it with minicopters, scrap helis, attack helicopters, and so on and so forth. And that pretty much wraps up Devblog 38. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, be sure to leave a comment down below. Let's have a discussion about this. Are you guys hyped? Are you not hyped? The pros and cons for this devblog, as well for it being free for all existing players, is a great feature that they've had. As always, if you liked the video, be sure to leave a like. If you disliked it, be sure to leave a dislike. Subscribe if you're new around here. The future, again, is always bright for Rust Console Edition. We just need a bit more than we're getting, as always. See you in the next one, guys. Take care.